Since I just downloaded MCreator again to update the wand mod, I'd figure I'd use this chance to finish another mod I've been working on around the same time I made the wand mod. So, this is that. I made a mod that adds monster energy to Minecraft. Because if you're like me, you're addicted to this stuff. I can quit anytime though, I promise. Anytime, anytime. So this mod adds so many flavors of monster you wouldn't even believe. So these are the most common ones. You got all the regular ones, the juice ones, the ultra ones, the Java ones, the T ones, and you even have them in the other sizes. So for example, here's a tall monster energy, here's the big one with the top on it, and then there's also the thin ones. There's a whole lot of them. So there's thin, there's tall, there's the regular one, and there's the mega one. These monster energy coolers can be crafted. It takes 5 iron, 2 polished blackstone, a lime dye, and 1 glass. And these monster blocks take 8 black concrete and any common monster type. And like terracotta, these are rotated. So if you rotate them in the right way, it turns into a logo. So you might be wondering, but Ben, how do you craft all these delicious monsters? Well, you don't. You have to find them. Throughout the world, you will find these structures. This is a villager's convenience. It is a convenience store. Minecraft is really missing these. This one happened to generate in a village. They don't necessarily generate in villages. Every villager's convenience has these 2 shelves. These are randomly chosen what's on them. We got the redstone shelf and the plant shelf. And of course, a monster cooler with monster in it. This guy. Rude. That guy's a monster energy villager. He will... Come here, dude, come. I'm trying to talk to you. He'll trade emeralds for monster and the inverse monster for emeralds. His workstation is the monster cooler. That's about all there is for him. The villagers' conveniences will generate different based on what biome they're in. This one right here is a plains one. This one will generate in most kind of basic plains-esque biomes, plains, meadows, sparse jungles, etc. This here is a desert villager's convenience. It's modeled after the desert villages and such. This will spawn in desert biomes. And as with the plains one, we have some shelves. This one has 4 of them. We got 2 plant ones, the nether one, and the grass one. You can see these are labeled to what the theme is. Sorry, this is the light one, not the nether one. And as usual, a monster cooler for monster. And there should also be a villager in here, but he probably wandered off. Now, right next to this, just very coincidentally, oh, there's a plains one. But very coincidentally, behind this is that. I was gonna get to these later, but I mean, while we're here, I might as well. This is a desert monster energy truck. These can also spawn in deep oceans. This is broken down. This is very old. You can see if you go on the back, there's so much monster. Oh, it's like a dream. Around the structure, you also find suspicious sand, or gravel if it's the deep ocean equivalent, which of course, you can brush like any other archaeology sites. So we got a mean bean monster there. The cool thing about the monster trucks, though, is because these are so old, you might find an old flavor of monster. This is part of the Lost Monster collection, which you can see in the creative inventory here. These are all the, at least in America, discontinued flavors of monster. Some of them you might still find at a dollar store, but for the sake of this mod, we're going to count them all as discontinued. I feel sorry for you if one of your favorite flavors are in here. I know a lot of you like the Aussie Lemonade, and I know one person really liked the Monster Mule Ginger Brew. But if they are your favorite flavors, they are still here, you just gotta hunt them down a little better. Imagine this, you're venturing through the jungle, you're parched, you want something to drink, and what is that? That's a Jungle Villager's Convenience right there. You can enter the Jungle Villager's Convenience from the bottom. You go up this long spiral staircase. Very convenient for a convenience store, I know. So convenient. And you come up here, And you got the usual selection of shelves. You got some meat shelves, some baked goods, some utilities, and of course, your monster cooler. This is a Dark Oak Villager's convenience. As usual, it's got some shelves and the monster cooler, but what's this? Oh my god, it's attached to a whole village! That's right, there's also Dark Oak Villages in this mod. The Dark Oak Villages may spawn with one of these. They're not always guaranteed, but what will always spawn in a Dark Oak Village. Well, the sign's covered by the street, but this is a bar. If you go into the bar, you will find a lot of beer and wine in this Monster Energy mod. In these barrels, you will find wine and beer glasses. You currently can't craft any of the beer or alcohol or any of that. I kind of forgot. But this is where you can find it. You can drink the wine. You can drink the wine. We'll get to this in a minute. You can drink the wine. And in the monster cooler in the bars is something different. That's right, these are the Beast Unleashed drinks. As with the monster, we have a huge collection of the Beast Unleashed drinks, which are alcoholic. Which means they will do this to you. Again, we're gonna get to this soon. This is the only place where you can get the alcoholic beverages, so you have to find a Dark Oak Forest. And again, a bar will always generate in the Dark Oak Village. Turns out, the piglins need monster energy too, because in the Nether you will also find villagers' conveniences, but these ones are looking a little worse for wear these days. This one's spawned in a very unfortunate position, if I'm gonna be honest. But as usual, you'll find the usual shelves, the meat, and of course, monster energy. Hello, friend. I know everyone's been asking for an end update, so guess what? I did it! There's a villager's convenience in the end. Because it's in the end, there's a whole 6 of these shelving units, and 2 monster energy coolers. That'll help you get through these barren wastelands. There is also going to be a little farm in the back of this one. You could take it, but those guys need to survive somehow. Now, I think it's time that we start taste testing some monster energy. Depending on the size of monster you drink, you will get different levels of caffeinated. For example, a small one, you drink it fast, you get caffeinated 1. When you're caffeinated, you get haste and speed. Since the small one is small, it also doesn't last very long. However, if you drink a regular sized monster, for example the Zero Sugar monster, that gave us 2 levels of caffeinated, which brought us up to 3. That's right, they stack. And of course, your haste is a little stronger depending on which monster you drink. And then the real big ones, currently at caffeinated 3, now are at caffeinated 7. And haste and speed 4. That's insane, isn't it? I gotta keep drinking these. There's another huge one. There's another huge one. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Uh-oh. What's that? Uh-oh, that can't be good. When you are a caffeine addict and not caffeinated, you will start to get withdrawal symptoms randomly. Uh-oh. I'm getting withdrawal. There's only one thing I can do about that. For it to wear off? Nah. The only way to feed a withdrawal symptom is the thing you're withdrawing from. There we go, a good monster energy. I've got rid of the withdrawal symptoms, but now I'm back to an hour of a caffeine addict. And you'll also notice, I did not get any of the good benefits of drinking caffeine. It doesn't do anything good for me anymore, it just keeps me alive. I can quit anytime, I swear. Oh boy, I waited it out. I'm no longer addicted to caffeine. So I know what I'll replace that vice with. Whenever you drink alcohol, whether it be the Beast Unleashed, beer, wine, any of it, firstly, you'll get tipsy. Tipsy on its own doesn't really do much. Kind of fine. Just a little tipsy. But if you take another beverage, uh-oh, now you're drunk. Oh, when you're drunk, you kind of stumble around a little. And you maybe get a little nauseous sometimes. I'm not doing that. That is me being drunk. Since I'm only drunk 1, it's not too much of a hindrance. I'm only a little drunk. Which means we can get drunker. I am now drunk 4. And you'll see, I am not doing so hot. I think this is the point where I kind of have to stop. But for the sake of demonstration, we gotta keep going. Gotta chug more Monster alcohol. Chug, chug, chug. Oh, I'm nauseous now. Chug, chug, chug. Oh. Oh, that can't be good. Uh-oh. You're addicted to alcohol now. Surely that can't be worse than being addicted to caffeine, right? Uh-oh. That looks worse than being addicted to caffeine. So you don't want to become an alcoholic because it is not good for you. Alcohol withdrawal is seriously pretty bad. Well, we're going to use the same logic we did last time. Chug, 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 chug. Surely nothing can go wrong if I just keep chugging these. Uh-oh. 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 Turns out, you can overdose. You can get alcohol poisoning, also known as wither. Drink responsibly, kids. Well, that was Ben's Monster Energy mod. I'm Ben, this is my mod. The mod with link for this will be in the description. If you check it out, thanks for checking it out. Feedback's always appreciated. See you next time.